from that into my hair. I'm obsessed with this record for so many reasons, because vocally, it's unlike anything I've ever heard from you. You go the deepest vocally that you've ever gone. Like, it is so good.
Oh, thank you, Fredo. Fredo goes, from in the corner. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, at this point, I've done a lot of shit. I want to keep it fresh and exciting. I want to use all the parts of my voice I can. I want to have fun and just make records that I feel like I haven't made before. And yeah.
Your hair is so, I don't understand why it's attracted so much fascination throughout the years.
It sure has.
It's unlike, I mean, it's so wild to me. From the red velvet red to the ponytails, you have somewhat publicly been defined by your hair, but also in life, hair is intimate. Hair is personal.
Yes. No, it definitely is, especially when your hair kind of is something that you use to differentiate. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the red was Cat, and that was very much a character, and that was very much a portion of my life that I love and I am so grateful for, and I look at it and I love it, and I see red and I'm like, red hair, and I'm like, oh my God, and I think fondly of that, but it again is not me. And then I see the journey that it's been to, I did put your hearts up with red hair, and that felt weird. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like I felt like it was keeping me everyone thinks I hate that record. I do not, but I do consider it a transitional part of my life. That's why I never made to an album or anything, because it's like I didn't feel like that was an accurate reflection of who I was as an artist or a person.
And
I was like, okay,
to that, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, this is a confusing time. This also was a song written during a writing camp when I was writing songs for Victorious, and it's heavy, and it kind of ties me to that. So then what do you do when you're an actress on a television show who's trying to also pursue a music career simultaneously because you're insane and can't wait? You dye your hair back and forth every weekend. So there was the dyeing my hair brown on the weekends, and Brian and Scott would come and hang out with me while I got my hair dyed, and then we would shoot a music video on an off day, and then I would dye it back and be up all night bleaching my hair to go back to work on Monday. And then by the time we did Sam and Cat, we had wigs and it was easier. But then the ponytail, and then it's all been kind of like associated with different chapters of my life. And my real hair, which is the humongous curly poof, is kind of, I don't know, I say so few people get to see it, and it's cute, and it reminds me of me as a kid, and it reminds me of, it's who I am privately. And but so is this. I wear my ponytail all the time too, but the curls are definitely something that I don't bring around much. But I think that's kind of what I envision that song being about, is because it's like such an intimate thing, is to be just like curly shower head. And and my boyfriend loves it, and he's like, girlies, yay. So it's like a very intimate thing, and I think that's kind of what that is about in a way, because like you said, the hair for me is such a guard character facade type thing, and it's had its own evolution, but it has always been like this kind of like costume piece. Does that make sense?
Totally. Yes.
Any sense? Am I making any sense?
You are making a ton of sense.
But at the same time, I do love my ponytail. It's like if I would choose to wear it like that, I would, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
It's like a uniform to work, dude. It's not.
It's hard because it's like, it's me, but it's like, okay, there's another me. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, there's a curly shower head me that looks exactly like my baby videos,
Would you ever start wearing your hair naturally, like with the curls?
I think I would. I think I have a hard time marrying it to the music for me, because I have kind of created this persona and this thing and this, I think, I don't know if I love it for work. Does that make sense?
Yes. There's, I mean, it is the same Ariana, but there's a different there's a difference between the two. Like,
and I like that. I think I like that for now. I mean, maybe there will be a phase in my life where I'm like, oh, this makes sense for this project. I should rock this for this project. But for now, I think it's like a really nice private separation, like degree of separation that keeps me kind of like, yeah, this is separate. And the things that you see are separate. And it isn't your reality. And it's like there is this time where you do get to take the character off. Does that make sense?
totally.
Because it's like you see a lot. And it's just to be a person who does what I do is a blessing, but it's also kind of weird. And I think there are times when I'm really grateful for that degree of separation. Although it is such a blessing and I am grateful to be in the position I'm in, it does feel nice to have like this grounding thought of like, yeah, that's not reality. Your reality. I don't know. It's so much more than hair. I'm talking about way much more than hair. Sorry.
Yeah, but it is all connected to your hair. It is
Really?
it is all connected to your hair, truly, because I it's like the thought of like let your hair down. This is like just you're taking off your work uniform. You're becoming a different person, but also
Yeah.
the same. It's a different version of you. It's like at home.
It's picture me being like at the end of the day, like
You hang it up like right by the door or something.
yeah. I'm like, yo, Myron.
POV, one of my favorite songs from this album, and personally and a little selfishly, the record made me really adjust what I'm looking for in a partner, because it's a love song that opened my eyes as opposed to making me jealous of love or sad of somebody's love. It was really hopeful and slightly empowering, and I don't know, it made me realize what I should be expecting in a partner, which is a big deal.
Well, it's a tricky one because it's also like, of course you love yourself before you're able to fully love someone else. Of course. And this isn't really about that in a way. It's just kind of about, you know how everyone has the little things that you're like, ugh, how could you like that? You know? And you see someone who you're madly in love with, love that. And you're just kind of like, I'm floored. Like I'm like choking up. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oof. I want to feel that, you know? And I kind of was like, wow, I don't think that's a song that's been written. I was like, I'd love to see me from his point of view. And then I was like, let me text Taylor real quick. and then we made it, and it feels really special. And I've never thought that before.
Yeah, you have to experience this in order to write it. Correct?
Yeah, and I think it feels really special because I don't know many songs that have that concept, and I don't think they are there. And I think that a lot of love songs exist already, and to write one that feels like new and like a new piece of information and a new point of view, for lack of not saying a bad pun, it feels really like special. And so yeah, I don't know, that's a very special one. I adore Taylor. I love writing with her, creating with her. It's so special.
With the more and more success you have, do you find yourself questioning everything you release more or less?
I think I have to remind myself that I need to not put the pressure on myself to outdo what I've done or make it about things like that, because it's not the point of being an artist. It's not why I started singing. It's not, you know what I mean? So I was just as happy singing in gay bars after a show of 13. And, it's about singing. It's about loving music. It's about how it feels to sing. It's my gift. And that's what I need to keep reminding myself I'm a storyteller, I'm a singer, and that's my job. And the rest of it, I can't get wrapped up in, because I know that certain moments that have happened are what they are, and I just need to worry about making new moments that are, of course I want to challenge myself to continue to grow and continue to evolve and make things that aren't, that are new, but also I don't want to put pressure on myself to outdo something in a, you know what I mean, other than just performance and what I have to offer people. I can't put that pressure on myself because it'll make me sick. It'll ruin the point of art. It's like, I know that a lot of people do care about those kinds of things, but I can't, because I know it'll make me unhappy, and I know that it'll kind of blur the point of all this for me.
So what is success to you? How do you measure it? How do you look for it? Do you, I mean, success is different to each and every one of us.
Yeah, it's very, very, very different. I don't know. I think for me, it is really cool to have number ones and to have a Grammy that is currently sitting in a pile of yarn in my closet. It is amazing, and I'm grateful for acknowledgement, for achievements like that, and it means a lot, and I'll always say thank you, and I'll always be celebratory of those things, of those moments and achievements. But I think, to me, I am successful by being able to make something that I'm proud of and sing, and I love, you know what I mean, what I have to offer. I'm proud of it. I am proud of what I make. I'm proud of my voice, and I love my fans. That is success, is having them and my family, my friends, my dogs, and having love, and having, you know, going to sleep feeling grateful and snuggling at the end of a long ass day and having that to look forward to is like success. You know, it's like, that's real, you know?
Yeah, it's real. It's real. It's more than
Love,
just numbers.
like, love and being proud of yourself. And that's a really, really, really major accomplishment. I think that like the rest is distracting and can make you feel sick and yucky. I hear a lot of shit. I see a lot of shit, and I try so hard to not engage with it, because I want to deliver and I want to make people proud, and I know that numbers matter to the labels, to the fans, to the things, to this, and like all of that is important to a lot of people. But at the end of the day, I need to, in my heart, success is just everything I've had since the beginning. Like love and the ability to sing and tell a story. I'm happy, you know?
Yeah. What you're saying is the truth. I believe that you would have still created this album even if nobody was on the other side listening, because it just needed to be done. And I think you would still sing even if there was just 10 people in the room as opposed to 10,000.
I did sing when there was 4 people in the room, and 3 of them were Frankie and 1 of them was my mom. You know what I mean? I don't know what the that meant, but I'm so glad it came out.
The most meaningful part of your life, I am sure, is to lose to success.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, like, it's not every day that a dog just ends up on the side of a bus.
I raised to lose. You know, that's a different level of success, actually.
You're right. Wow.
Now that I'm into it.
Speaking of performing, have you even thought about a possible tour for this album, or is that not even on your mind with everything going on?
No, it's I don't think it is. I mean, I don't think people are going to be touring until 2022.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a possibility, and I don't think I would feel safe. I don't want to put my fans in danger. I think we need to really look at this, and no one knows what they're doing, and the way this pandemic is being handled is who knows, and I don't see it in the cards. Also, I just got off tour last year, so I think that I kind of liked doing Sweetener and Thank You Next and then touring both together. So maybe after whenever the next one happens, which will not be soon, but and the pandemic sorts itself out, maybe that would be a good time to start thinking about it. But I think that just the state of the world right now is not safe. It's not a safe time for people to be traveling and going to shows and being around. You know, it's not realistic. I don't know why people are like pretending that their tours are going to happen right now. They're like delaying to the summer, and I'm like, yeah, good luck.
What is the most rewarding part of crafting an album?
I like driving around and listening to it and being really fulfilled by it. Like, that feeling is really exciting. And Ray liking it. when Ray loves it, and we're like driving in the car together, like from appointment to appointment, and Ray's like, like work. Then I know I've made something good. No, I think seeing like a playlist form in your phone is cool. That's exciting
because it's your own stuff.
Yeah, the whole process is really nice. Like seeing the visual fall into place, and you work on it hard and you edit it hard, and when everything is kind of done and coming together, and you think about and you look at it alone, that's nice. And then when you think about sharing it with other people, you start to spin. I do anyway. I'm like, holy shit, it's real now.
Motive. A record that to me sounds, again, like a lot of this album, it is very present, but still nostalgic and timeless. There's like a disco funk there. It really, it slaps in the right way.
I met Murda through Wendy Goldstein. She connected us, and I love his work. I think he's super talented, and I wanted him to kind of like try new for me, I think. And so I sent him a little playlist of like some diva music to listen to, and Vogue was kind of like the leader of the playlist. And he sent me a beat called Vogue, and that was kind of the inspiration. And I think it's so cool that someone like him made that beat, you know?
Murda, like the Murda that does like Drake and some of the Migos stuff, like that Murda.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool. I would never.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I just didn't expect him to make that beat, which is awesome.
No, I know, me neither, which is why I was like, hey, like, you're sick. I'm obsessed with everything that you've sent, and like, you're so talented. I was like, what if you tried to do something that you've never done before, never thought of doing before, something that someone could Vogue to? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, and I sent him a couple things to listen to, and it was fun. It was in quarantine. We were both kind of like trying to inspire each other, and he knocked it out of the park. And I think it's always so exciting when you push each other to try new things, and someone can push you and you can push them, and it makes something refreshing.
Why was Doja the right person to help bring in the life?
Felt it in my bones. I was just like, ooh, she's gonna eat this. It's just such a specific space to occupy. It's like voguey, and B, it's kind of is more like slow. So I don't know, it's hard to just have a couple bars on like that tempo of a song and know what to do with it, but she really added so much to it. I love it.
Yeah, her flow really is impeccable, and it fits
so
perfectly. But again, I say this probably every time we talk, like, you pick the right people who really are needed to tell the story fully. It's never just this random bull squash feature that was just.
What the f- does that mean? Bull squash?
Yeah, we got rid of bull. And,
say
bull squash.
Bull
squash. Positions is the album. There's a link in the description below. Please listen to it.
Well, did we talk about Nasty? Did I miss that?
Oh no, we can.
I think we have to. Can't
let's
that
go
one.
back.
The laughs at the top of that record, plus the whistle tone so delicate, really bring to life a different story.
Yeah?
I think so.
What's the story?
I mean, you tell me.
Just giggling, having a good time, making songs. I think that's just what happened in the beginning. I don't think it's any deeper than that, you know? But then again, people will find a way, my fans will find a way to create depth with something that is not that deep. Like, for instance, the loading bar on my website has a little flower in it. And the flower that we were going to use on Twitter next to the positions hashtag, just because it looks cute and is sweet and whatever, the flower matches my earring on the album cover. And the theories that have been crafted behind this flower are astonishing and really creative, and I'm proud of them. But again, alas, it's just an earring, you know? They're like, oh my God, this is a blossom. It represents her emerging from the murky waters, rebirth for a new era. And the divine woman that submerges from the murky waters is the blossom woman. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I am so glad that you think that's what it means. Thank God that's what you think it means. I'm so happy that they're that excited, that they care that much. Is a huge blessing. But it's just an earring.
Positions is the album. You need to hear it if you haven't already. Please, there's a link in the description below. Ariana Grande, I love you with my whole heart.
Okay, do you want to go to a haunted drive-thru tonight? I'll work it out.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, I'll see you both later.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.